little scary. Just being cautious, right?
Yeah.
As much as we can.
Yeah, and you can't control everybody, and
you also can't be too scared of it either, because then you won't be able to enjoy it.
Yeah, it definitely took some time, but it got to a point where it's just like I felt good with it, you know.
Yeah.
Could start really enjoying it again. And I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
I think maybe it feels like more, you know, of a bad wreck.
Yeah.
Jump in on that side.
Okay.
Sometimes I just do it at the beginning, and sometimes I do it after I do the pre-flight.
Yeah. I think on that pre-flight it says there's a time for it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me know when to start.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Start, yeah.
So the pre-flight inspection, the cabin sections, aircraft documents to check aero.
Just make sure it's in here.
Okay. And handbrake check function of the handbrake. So we're gonna press on it a little bit.
Yeah, just make sure there's pressure. So it should...
Controls check, remove lock. Ailerons, quick disconnects. The ailerons, that would be these ones right here, right?
Are they on? We're looking at the quick disconnect in here. So.
Oh, okay. Oh, so that would be on the inside.
Yeah.
These ones right here to make sure that the tabs are still in place and there's no the ignition switch off. To remove. Yep, it's off. These are removed. So that one's just making sure that ELT arm.
The ELT is this yellow box back here.
Then what we're looking for is these lights right here, right?
Yep. So that's the red light. That's our nav light there. The one nav light.
And then this is our landing light.
Correct. Yep.
And then this green one.
That's our also our nav light. So that tells us our position at night, where there's the other aircraft can see what position we're.
Oh,
flying
okay.
in. And then we have the beacon at the top.
Okay.
Flashing one, and then there's a white light in the very back that should be on.
Oh yeah. Yep.
And then underneath the belly of the plane here, there's also a red light flashing.
Okay. Yeah.
So that is also on. So those are the lights that we're checking.
Okay. So we check them and then we turn it off, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we turn off all the lights or just
Yeah, leave the ACL one on.
and then the nav lights off?
Yep, and the landing light off.
Okay. So the only one on should be the ACL, right? Okay. And then does that one stay on after they land also?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because once we turn the master off, everything goes off.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
we don't really have to worry about it, but the ACL is just always on. So
Okay.
the ACL is going to be the blinking one on down there, and then the blinking one on the back.
Okay.
So that's just our anti-collision lights, so people can see us.
Perfect. Now the master switch off. So
Yep. So now you turn it all off, save the battery while we do the rest of the pre-flight.
master switch off.
Yeah.
And then the seats, adjust the seats then, right?
Yep.
Left wing, that'd be on my side.
Yep.
And main gear struts, that would be this one right here, right?
Yep. What are we checking for?
we're checking for cracks or any damages on there.
Yeah, you really want to look up into here and make sure there's no crack in there.
Okay. And main wheel tire, check if it's inflated. This one, right?
Yep. So there's brand new tires on these things. That's awesome.
Oh yeah, huh? And then the brakes, we're inspecting the brakes if there's any leaks or anything. And then the pads. Yeah, brand new brakes and everything, huh?
Yeah, I just had its 100 hours, so
yeah,
should be pretty good to go.
Yeah, and then the pitot tube cover removed and inspected. So we're removing the cover and inspecting to make sure that there isn't anything clogged or any debris inside. Then where do we throw this in?
That one I just throw underneath the seat there.
And wing and wingtip inspect. That would be everything in here, right?
Yep. So just make sure that there's no cracks or like major flaws in the wing tip.
Yeah. And the aileron counterweight secure. That would be these right here.
No, so that's the flaps.
Oh, that's
the aileron.
Okay.
Counterweights are gonna be these two things, and then this one.
Oh,
Those
okay,
are all the
okay.
counterweights. So just making sure that the orange dot is lined up with each other.
Okay. And then the aileron free and correct. So that means that we can move it, right?
Yep, nothing's hindering it as we move it.
Okay. And then the flap and hinges, check. That would be the flap here. And then the same thing on these hinges, right? To make sure that those pins.
Those little pins, yep.
Yeah.
So they're in all those.
And then that all the markings are the same.
Right.
Okay. And then empennage.
And then with the flap too, we just want to make sure it's not like free moving. Right?
Oh,
so
okay.
We're gonna push on it just a little bit, just make sure it's not.
Because it should be only moved by the controls inside.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, it should be locked into the spot. Because if the wind came over this and it was free moving, we'd lose all flaps, right? And so
Yeah.
it would just blow up and it'd be like we don't have any flaps. So.
Right.
And this is the empennage.
Okay. The plastic skid plate. The plastic skid plate. It's these ones?
The plastic skid plate's gonna be right underneath here.
Oh, this one right here?
Yeah. From there, just making sure that it's attached.
Okay. Control surfaces. That's basically the surface around, or is it?
So this is the elevator here, right?
Yeah.
So this is the control surface there. And we're just checking to make sure there's no like imperfections. It's free and clear.
Okay. And the trim tab inspected, that would be this right here.
Yep. That's the trim tab.
And on the inspection, we're looking also for that there's no damages or anything on there, right? Okay.
Yep.
The elevator quick disconnect secured.
So
that would
one's
be
gonna be inside of this little area right here. So in here,
yeah.
if you look, you see
Oh,
the
yeah,
little
yeah.
red piece, that
Yeah.
has the little tab thing. Same thing. So just like the ailerons, this has a quick disconnect.
Okay.
So we're checking for that, and then also in here, there's like a little braided cord. We're just making sure that that's intact as well.
This one right here, right? Right underneath?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, okay, so the elevator quick disconnect, that would be that, and then the braided cord.
Yeah.
And then the upper rudder hinge inspect for free play. So this one right here.
Yeah, and you're just gonna grab it from up here, and we're just gonna kind of wiggle it back and forth to make sure that there's not a ton of
Like up and down,
like
or?
forward and backward.
Oh, okay,
There
okay.
you go. So it shouldn't be moving freely or like transitioning.
Okay, upper, and then the fuel cap secured.
Yep, so it's gonna be on this side. And then also one thing we want to check too is just make sure that these pins are in place. Just a quick inspection.
Okay.
Just to make sure. Those aren't in the hole.
Yeah. Okay, and the fuel cap is secure.
There.
Yeah. And the fuel sump drain, inspect. That would be the...
Yep, the
okay.
tube thing. So the tube's underneath this seat right there. Yeah, perfect.
And we're inspecting to make sure that there's not any other products in there, or that this stays clear as it's supposed to, right?
Yep.
Flap and hinges. So the flap would be this one right here.
Yep.
And the hinges, what I'm looking at is these pins, right?
Yep.
These pins, and then these the orange dots. Okay. The ailerons, free and correct. So this is the ailerons.
Yep.
Okay. And then I'm also looking at the counterweights, right? And then the red dots, and also the pins you mentioned, right?
On the inside there. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Grab that.
And then we have to spin it.
We're not gonna do that yet. So we're gonna pull this out. So the oil cap in here. You're gonna pull that out. Twist to the left. Yeah, and you can just set that and whistle it in there. That's what I usually do. Just like that. And then there's like a little dipstick in there. We're gonna pull that out and set it on the rag. There we go.
Just leave it there.
Yep. And now we're gonna spin it and burp the plane.
Where's stop sign? Can you repeat, please? 358 Whiskey. 12358 Whiskey, copy. Southbound runway 1, taxi Alpha. Southbound runway 1, taxi Alpha.
Alright, check. Check. Alright, got you loud and clear. Alright, ATIS is going to be on this COM 2. Now we can switch it to COM 1 if we wanted to. Some planes only have COM 1, so they don't even have that. But this plane has 2, so we can switch COM 2. If it's in the left side, it means it's active. That's the one we would use. Switch over to that COM by hitting this button, letting it light up. Now we can hear that.
Glendale Tower, ATIS information Papa. Time 2045 Zulu. Wind variable at 3. Visibility 10. Sky clear. Temperature 28. Dew point 3. Altimeter 2993. Runway 01 in use. Expect visual approaches. Use caution, runway markings inaccurate. Loop tower and approach closed. Advise on initial contact. You have information Papa.
And Papa. Let's go through it again.
Glendale Tower, ATIS information Papa. Time 2045 Zulu. Wind variable at 3. Visibility 10. Sky clear. Temperature 28.
There.
Dew point 3. Altimeter 2993. Runway 01 in use. Expect
There,
visual
2993
approaches.
and runway 1.
Runway markings inaccurate. Loop tower and approach closed. Advise on initial contact. You have information Papa.
And you can also get temperature and dew point. Those are also good. I just kind of listen for those ones, but it's good practice to write them down too. So you look here, this is kind of something that you can get on yours, and you can just fill out all the information that you need. So wind at, sometimes it's gusting, so you'll put the gust amount there. Sky clear, so I could just, oh, sky's clear, we're good. If there's like a broken, you can put what altitude it's at right there. Temperature, dew point, altimeter, and then the runway that you expect, and any additional remarks that you might.
Glendale Tower. ATIS information Papa.
Okay.
Time 20.
Once we get the altimeter setting here, we want to make sure that we switch it in here and over here. So this is going to be our altimeter, right? Our altimeter setting is 2993, so we're going to use this knob here to switch the altimeter to 2993.
Loop tower and approach closed. Advise on initial
Right there. That way we're backed up just in case something happens to this. These are all going to come on as we start the plane because everything's low when we first start. We're going to switch this by clicking this button here. I'm going to let you go through it so that we can show you how. Then you're going to click borrow. There you go. And then you're going to, we're at 2993. So right now it says 3000. So we're going to decline and watch that go to 2993. There you go. Then you'll head back. Exit. There you go. Sweet. So now we're set here, and then we're going to check our altitude here. Yep. So that should change as we switch the altimeter, and we're within 75 feet of the airport elevation is what we should be seeing here. At max, it can't go over 75 feet, otherwise something's wrong. So our elevation here